This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the fast and easy way to make a beautiful website. J'adore les petits souris. Cute. I've got a bone to pick. So pretty. Bags are packed, it's about to get real autumny. Regular viewers of the NYC weekly vlogs, welcome back. If you're new and you're just out there trying to plan your road trip, don't worry. I endeavour to bring you quality content, good times, but also very helpful and useful information if you are planning a New England road trip.
Welcome to Vermont.
Ooh, a third state, baby. This is our longest driving day. Starting to get into the nice part now. Everything's orange and beautiful here. So buckle up, my friends, get some snacks. It's gonna be a little bit of everything over here. Oh, are you weak? I'm weak. We had a very interesting last minute stay at this incredible Airbnb last night, so I'm going to quickly show you around before we move on. Really fun, quick little stop off type stay here. It was very, very cozy. Honestly, they fit so much. It's like a little apartment, a little studio apartment, but this view, waking up to it, has been incredible. You've got the best view of like the mountains, and all of the trees are orange and all the leaves are swirling around like Pocahontas. Definitely happy we made super last minute plans to stay here. The host was very, very nice and accommodating. If you've watched my travel videos before, you know I love supporting Airbnb hosts, and I always share their link in the description below along with my like customer referral code, which gets you like $40 off. Made our first little quintessential New England cute town stop. We're grabbing breakfast this morning. We really want coffee, and we found a cute spot that does breakfast as well. Coffee is big as my head kind of day. We are fed and watered. So happy we stopped there. The guy in there was Irish, and for the first time in a while Carl hasn't had to change his name for his orders, so that kind of brightened our morning for sure. A bit of Irish falcha. On to our first bit of sightseeing for the day, stopping off at something kind of random and quirky, but we like it. Found it on this website called Atlas Obscura under unusual attractions in Vermont. It's a really good website, actually, some really cool stuff. I think we're going to give the tallest filing cabinet on earth a skip for something slightly more interesting. Time to go on a quarry tour.
The men use the water. The only thing we add to that green water is dust. That's why this water is the color that it is. We call it that glacier colored water.
Roger, what a legend. Really fun little hour detour. We're taking the more scenic route down Route 112, the Kankamangas Highway. There's a bunch of little stops along there, like things to see, like cute little waterfalls, things like that. Every time, man, stopping at the pharmacy to get anti-sickness tablets, because your girl gets car sick. We've been driving a lot. We kind of made our first sort of scheduling boo-boo of the trip, which tends to happen when you go on last minute trips. But this is why we make vlogs, so that you guys can learn from our mistakes. We have decided to stay an extra day sort of in the White Forest Mountains area / kind of like North Conway. We really didn't get on the Kankamangas Highway till like around 3-4 o'clock. Asian efficiency in me wishes that we just kind of got it all in one day so we wouldn't have to double back on ourselves. But I mean, we're in no rush. We were already thinking of knocking off Arcadia National Park anyway. It's actually not Mangus, it's Magus. I keep saying it wrong. I'm sorry for butchering Kankamangas. It's just the word, it messes with my brain. Recoup after all of the long drives, just, you know, sit around, eat our pizza. Good morning, day 3 of the road trip officially. I am showered, feeling fresh, but I wanted to give you a quick look at our Airbnb number 2, I think, Airbnb gems, and this was another one, definitely worth the money. It was like about 150, but like it's huge, it's a whole apartment. The bathroom is freaking huge. Basically, this room is like the first floor of what used to be like the town bank, so it's got so much character, but it's just got all of the charm still intact. So cozy. I mean, this is kind of like the dream 1-bedroom apartment situation. I would love to live here. The kitchen is so cute. Not the most cost-effective place to stay if you're on a budget, but like, I don't care. This is where I'm extravagant, people. Goodbye, dramatic entryway.
Each additional adult. It's expensive enough. It's more than that, Tara. Looks
What?
like it's 40 quid.
40 quid, Jesus. You know what I love about America? You guys cater to lazy tourists. We're ascending Mount Washington. There's a bloody road the whole way up it, and we found this with a lot of like the national parks, things like that. No need to put on hiking boots and grab gear. Nah, you can just drive up the whole thing, grand. Also, big love to our Lexus fam who kindly lent us their new UX 250 hybrid crossover car for our road trip. We love driving hybrids for these kind of trips just because they're so comfortable, so efficient, and so smooth to drive, and we take them everywhere. They're beasts. We're descending Mount Washington now. Other than the ticket, it's also become quite an expensive morning because we lost our drone. There's no easier way to say it than that. I usually would not tell you guys when we do something stupid, but I know there's a lot of you guys out there who would probably try the same. Into your drone footage, you want to make a cool vlog. Boat had like foggy morning brain because we would usually never fly a drone when it was that windy.
Mount Washington, one of the windiest places on Earth. Scientists recorded a wind speed of 231 miles per hour.
I knew one day it was going to be gone, and I have it almost 3 years. You know what? I'm in too good of a mood for it to bother me. Thank God I found a place that does like smoothies and healthy food. I have not seen a vegetable or a bit of fibre in about 2.5 days. I've never been so happy to see the word probiotic. Yes. Myself a smoothie and a vegan BLT. There it is there. It's called Be Well Studios in North Conway. Healthy lunch to Echo Lake State Park. Really beautiful. We actually saw the spot in another video. So good to get out of New York City. Everything is very picturesque. We've been taking a lot of photos. Speaking of photos, this is your reminder if you haven't checked out our sponsors, Squarespace. please do. A lot of the photos that we are shooting on film will be going up on Cahill's Squarespace website, where we plan to hopefully sell prints in the very, very near future. What we like about Squarespace is it's a super easy way to set up pretty much any type of website. A blog, an online shop, portfolio for your work, or galleries for your photos. We love it. In my opinion, Squarespace just always looks very clean, very professional, and their customer support is second to none. So that sounds up your street. Be sure to check out my link, squarespace.com/Tarmer, and you can always use my code snap and you can always use my code Tarmer. That code will get you 10% off your future billing. Woke up in Maine, more specifically this beautiful house. Our room was up at the top of that little tower last night, so I don't know, I had a little bit of a princess moment sleeping there. It rained all night, it was so cozy. Definitely more of a B&B setup. And actually the first host that we've got to meet on this entire trip, which is kind of convenient because, I don't know, sometimes when you're like after a long day of driving, you kind of don't want to have long conversations. We've actually booked 2 nights here in the same spot because we're so excited to explore Portland. We've heard so many good things about it. I'm also just excited to slow down a little bit and have a little bit more time to see things and enjoy. We're going to see all of the lighthouses, all of them. There's 672. Okay, maybe not all of them. Anyone else just type so fast and just hope Google understands what you want? Best for things Rofo, Portland, Mayone. Quite a lot of good restaurants on this street.
The next day.
This is definitely the point in any trip where I start looking rather like a corpse, so makeup is definitely needed. I was out to get the morning smoothies because we don't really want to waste any time like sitting down at a restaurant. I can still feel the effects of the first 2 days, you know, when you're eating like crap and you just feel like, ugh, like my whole face. Portland has some highly recommended historical homes that you can explore and get tours in, so we're going to do some of that today. I find that this is something I do even if I'm on a solo trip. Oh, okay, we're here.
And I think that what they wanted to do was show off.
Now, if this was New York, I would definitely not hit up the #1 place to get a snack, but seeing as we're in Portland and there's no queues, everyone recommended the Holy Donut. Apparently what's special about these donuts is that they're made with mashed potato. If you know me, you know I love anything in the sweet treat pastry department. So I'm going to be highly critical of this donut. I do not like the bready type donuts that you can find in New York. 4 of the recommendations, chocolate sea salt was high on the list. We got triple berry, which Cahill's already proved, and coffee cake. But for the taste test, we're going in with a classic vanilla. Okay, it's the kind of donut I like. Slightly crispier on the outside, which is kind of nice. I don't think a donut can ever blow your mind, but it's a pretty damn good donut. Okay, screw it, let's do round 2. Dark chocolate sea salt. Oh, that, my friends, is light and fluffy. Really, really rich, but it's good. The triple berry one, dark chocolate sea salt, top of the list. The Portland free-for-all is a spot. Oh my god, if you like mid-century modern furniture, because we have a bigger car, we were hoping that we might find some furniture steals for our new loft. This spot might be it. I don't love chrome furniture though, it's the only thing. Brie onion jam toast. Cheers.
Cheers.
Later that same evening.
Sorry, go.
To a big Halloween event in Pennsylvania last year, and Americans go in when it comes to like seasonal things like Halloween and corn mazes, haunted hay rides. We found one on the way to Salem. It's called Haunted Overload. Nothing excites me like the sound of chainsaws on a Friday night. I'm so excited. Jesus! Oh my god, though, the line is so much longer now. No, this is not Halloween makeup. This is just me with no concealer and face makeup on. Much more like my everyday self when I'm not vlogging. But yeah, we are in Salem. I'm going on an early, I don't know, history haunted tour. It's about a 2-hour walking tour. All of the night tours seem to be booked out. Done a good lap up and down Chestnut Street and Federal Street. So easy to imagine like horse-drawn carriages pulling up to these big ass homes. So it's the afternoon now, well not the afternoon, it's 12:30. We finished the tour and the town's filling up. It has a lovely vibe even though it's Saturday and it's like peak Halloween season in Salem. I mean, there's a lot of people, but it's not sort of like annoying, you know? I feel like I was in New Orleans this time last year. It was my second trip there and it was like kind of annoyingly busy, but this is nice, this is cozy. I honestly feel like I'm in an episode of Friends. I was out here trying to find my light even in Salem, Massachusetts. We are stopping for coffee, obviously, because coffee is life juice. Okay, New England, I've got a bone to pick with you. We found very few good coffee places on this trip. Also, just to know, any specific like restaurant name or place that we went that I've mentioned or written the name of on the screen is more than likely somewhere I'd recommend and like enjoyed. peanut sauce and onion hot dog. And to really get in the spirit, a Salem trolley dog. This just sends me when places have like new TVs and the most ancient feckin' antique appliances of all time. Anyway, we made it to the best value accommodation on our trip so far. We were kind of panicking a little bit because we've been booking our accommodation like as we go, because we found that in past road trips like we've always changed our minds or wanted to spend more time in a certain area. And today we were finding it really tricky to get anyone to accept our Airbnb requests. So luckily we found this inn in Cape Cod and it's lovely. It's like $75 including tax, and it's like, it's beautiful. I personally have like a fascination with motels, like the symmetry turns me on. And this is nice. This is more like an inn than a motel. It's not like super gross. And hopefully this vlog is like coming out all right, because usually when I edit vlogs I edit them in a way that makes it easy to view and in a way that I like to watch things. A trip like this, and anyone actually watching this to plan a road trip, I wanted to show the actual route as we did it. We're both holding up pretty well, almost 5 or 6 days and 5 states in. Even though it's our last day tomorrow, we definitely have plans. Good morning. We drove to the motel last night, somewhere in Cape Cod. Stopped off in this lovely little beachy town kind of right on the tip called Provincetown, I think. Never been to this part of Boston, so we thought it was a nice stop off this morning. We're just running around. We're going to get brunch somewhere else. It has that nice sleepy Sunday vibes. Loaf of bread and a number of pastries and juice later. $40 well spent in my opinion. That was such a good stop. J'adore les pâtisseries. Oh my god, if you're heading out of Provincetown, you have to stop and get some food from there. We got the French Revolution sandwich. Oh, bacon, boursin, cheese spread and scallions and honey, like absolutely divine. Cheers! We are doing one of my favorite autumn activities here in America this time of year. We're at an orchard to go apple picking, pumpkin patching, that hearty American stuff.
But I did stand at timber my own property once, and I ended up getting stung.
Well, I feel like anyone that's watching this is now considered family if you've stuck to the end. Apple picking was the last leg of our journey, so we're going to bring our hoard back to Brooklyn, New York. 6 states in 6 days. It was a fun one. I hope you stick around for our regularly programmed New York City vlogs. See you all very soon.